Do you think it's difficult being pregnant at age 41?
Yes.
And how so?
I'm tired.
You're tired? You were anemic at first, right?
Right.
So once you switched to an iron-rich diet, did that get better?
That lasted about 2.2 days.
2.2 days, the iron-rich diet?
Yes.
Is there iron in ice cream?
Not a lot.
Yet. Right, good point, Jack. So, okay, fair enough. 41, you're tired all the time. What about the whole having 4 kids? I mean, do you think that's difficult?
I think that's part of the reason I'm tired.
Part of the reason why you're tired? That and your ice cream rich diet?
I don't think that makes me tired.
The ice cream rich diet doesn't? Caroline,
Yes.
do I annoy you while you're pregnant?
Yes.
And would you say that annoyance in some odd way is endearing or no?
Only occasionally.
Only occasionally. All right, fair enough. One thing that struck me during this pregnancy, I expected it to be a little easier because the last time you were pregnant with triplets, and that was a pretty tough and physical pregnancy. But it's been my experience, at least, that this pregnancy has actually been far more difficult than the physical pregnancy that you had when you were carrying the triplets. First of all, do you agree with that?
Yes.
This has been a more difficult pregnancy?
Yes.
And then second of all, why?
Because I've been married to you longer.
Because you've been married to me longer. So kind of a cumulative effect?
Yes.
Dude, that is so harsh and uncool.
Sorry.
Did you know that somewhere there's an 85-year-old woman who is wondering where her visor is?
That would be my mom, and she's not 85.
Well, I tell you what, the bingo parlor called. They want their visors back. Okay, honey. Last time we talked to you on camera here, you were 20 weeks pregnant. Now you're 38 weeks pregnant. One notable difference, aside from your belly, is you have made a significant upgrade in the hat department. Your last visor was kind of an octogenarian bingo parlor theme type deal. This one is much, much better. What do you think it's going to be like, this new being that we have, adding this new child to the mix to give us 5? You're very eloquent.
And articulate.
You are articulate. So here's another question.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I think he is going to be a unifier of sorts. I think that we're all going to come together around him. I think that, you know, Allie's off doing what she's doing at age 9, and the triplets garner a lot of attention because they're triplets, and you and I are, you know, in our 40s just cranking along, and I think we've all got different deals, and I think that this new child, Grand Finale Osborne, is going to be a unifier of sorts. I think we're all going to congregate around him.
Maybe I should be interviewing you.
Maybe you should be interviewing me. But alas, I'm not the one who's pregnant. What are you looking forward to most about this pregnancy being over?
I don't know. My ankle's not being swollen.
Caroline thinks she has cankles. Can I get a close-up on them?
They're not as bad as they normally are. Right?
Here, show us. Show the camera your cankles. See, I don't think she's got cankles. I think she looks beautiful.
Today.
2 more weeks, and then we have this baby. Would you say you're relieved?
2 more weeks and 3 days.
2 more weeks and 3, so 17 days approximately. Are you relieved?
Am I relieved? Yes.
Are you ready to have this baby?
Yes, it's been the slowest last, however many weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
These last 6 weeks you say are really
Yes,
slow.
slow.
Maybe it's kind of the dog days of summer combined with the pregnancy, you know what I mean?
Like summer. I like the dog days of summer.
Well, you look lovely in the summer, so there's no question that the summer suits you just fine. All right, so seriously, tell us the thing that you'll miss most about pregnancy.
What will I miss about it?
Yes.
I can't think of one thing.
So absolutely nothing. Is that fair to say?
Can you think of something I'm going to miss?
I can't think of what you're going to miss. All right, hey, Kirby, I'm going to ask Molly some true or false questions, okay? Okay. All right, honey, you ready?
Yes.
True or false, this is our last child?
That's debatable.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
True or false, I've been extremely supportive throughout this pregnancy.
That was a good job, Sam. False.
Really?
Well, I mean, you're asking me questions that I don't think can be answered with just a true or a false.
Okay.
So I'm answering to the best of my ability.
All right, so How? In what ways have I been helpful throughout this pregnancy?
What ways have you been helpful?
I mean,
What ways do you think you've
dead air. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm pretty handy as far as like taking care of the kids, and I don't know. In what ways have I been a hindrance, a nuisance to this pregnancy?
One thing that's a hindrance, which is it doesn't have to do with being pregnant, is the way you leave trash everywhere.
Ah,
Like paper towel, wadded up paper towels.
I do that a lot. You're right.
String cheese wrappers.
String cheese wrappers.
Empty water bottles.
Empty water bottles.
What's
At least I'm drinking water. True or false? It's easier to be pregnant during the winter months than it is during the summer months.
Again, you can't answer that. I mean, I could have been. I would say summer.
All right, I take.
No.
Okay.
If I got pregnant at a different time, like say I was pregnant. You know what I'm trying to say?
Not quite.
The time. It doesn't matter whether it's summer or winter for me.
Okay.
It matters how many weeks you are.
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go on to easier questions. True or false? Throughout this pregnancy, off and on, you've been a cantankerous bitch. True or false? True or false?
True. What have you been?
I've been fantastic. Okay, true or false? Your ice cream consumption throughout this pregnancy has rivaled Vermont's.
What do you mean Vermont's?
The state of Vermont.
What did Vermont and ice cream have to do with each other?
True or false? I'm better than you at tennis.
False.
That's an absolute lie. I am better than you at tennis.
The only time you're ever going to beat me is if you're in better shape physically.
Honey, I'm in better shape physically than you right now.
Well, no kidding. Most people should be.
Are you going to go for a VBAC, or are you going to go for a C-section?
I thought we covered this last time.
I don't think we did. We were only week 20 last time, so.
We don't know. We're waiting to hear from the doctor.
All right, but
But what?
what's your intention? What do you hope?
Oh, if everything goes well, I want to do it vaginally, not a C-section. I don't think this has been a very good interview.
This has been a horrible interview. Honestly, the only improvement to this interview has been the hat apparel.
And that's all too.
Let's get a close-up of this hat. Yeah,
I'll get the whole box in just a second.
I do like that hat. Is that a Harbortown hat?
Yeah.
That's nice. All right, well, at least sign off and say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
Have you enjoyed talking to them?
I'm talking to you.
I know, but it's going to them. Why don't you say, hey, I've enjoyed...
I don't know why anybody would like it.
Well, I think that there's innate charm to you. I think that's why people would like it.
No.
Do you think you're charming?
No.
True or false? You've been a cantankerous bitch throughout this pregnancy.
You've already asked me that, and I've answered it.
Okay, we've moved to the... Quit laughing. Okay, we've moved to the water portion. The swimming pool. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay.
That's what you need to put on there. Okay.
Okay.
How many times?
All right.
You're like that little man on Lethal Weapon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, Joe Pesci.
Yes.
I just got compared to Joe Pesci on Lethal Weapon.
You kind of look like him. You've got dark hair, you're short, and you're balding.
Oh, my. Well, thanks, honey. Yeah. On with the interview, shall we? Okay, moving on to the swimming pool portion of the interview. All right, honey, this was the first pregnancy that we've experienced together while I was actually writing for public consumption. And obviously during part of it, Babbel asked me to chronicle some of your pregnancy on their fantastic blog, Being Pregnant. How'd you feel about someone else writing about your pregnancy?
It's not like when I was pregnant with Allie. I didn't have anything else. That was it. Being pregnant with Allie. First baby, consumed with it. Kind of, not really consumed with it with them, but kind of.
I mean, it was a bigger pregnancy.
There's no time to be consumed with it right now. So
Right.
There's nothing wrong with people being consumed with it.
No, I agree with
I
that.
think it's fine.
So are you just saying it was just harder to kind of... one thing I found that was different about this pregnancy compared to the triplet pregnancy is, am I boring you? Was that a yawn?
No, you're
Is,
not boring me.
is that, you know, the triplet pregnancy, and we talk about it every single day and we break it down. I mean, nowadays we're lucky just to grab 15 good minutes with each other. You know what I mean?
We don't grab 15 good minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It's the pace of our lives is pretty hectic right now with 4 kids, 3 toddlers. I mean, right on cue. Is that a noodle between your legs, or are you
Yes,
just
it's
happy
a
to,
noodle.
or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, don't be a dork.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we were just kind of talking about how one thing about blogging about this pregnancy, it was just a different kind of pregnancy, and it was kind of hard for us to talk that much about it or think that much about it. But now that we're 38 weeks into it and with just 2 weeks to go,
We're ready to go.
we are ready to go. And
No, I am. I don't know that you are.
what do you mean you're ready to go?
I'm ready to be done, being pregnant. I'm ready to have the baby and get on with it.
So you're not one of those that's just savoring every last hour of this pregnancy?
No, the only reason I'm savoring anything is because I want them to be done and cooked. Otherwise, I'd have them come out right now.
Done and cooked. What a lovely metaphor, honey. Were you an English major?
How did you know?
It's just a wild guess. So that's fantastic, though, honey. Straight up, I love you. You've been fantastic this pregnancy. I know it's difficult to put up with me. I don't know how you've done it, juggling 3 toddlers, a 9-year-old, and a neurotic husband.
And dog.
And
Neurotic dog.
the dog that you don't like that much. It's too bad he couldn't be out here for the interview. But 17 more days, babe. We can do it.
Okay, goodbye.
See ya, honey.